Have you ever wondered why? Even when you know what you want, you set a goal, you are committed, you plan it, and even have accountability in place, you still find a way to sabotage yourself, probably without realizing it. Maybe you started strong, you were excited, you knew you got it this time, and then a few days later, a few weeks later, or maybe a few months later, you somehow find yourself back at square one. Or maybe you made some progress, but nowhere near what you set out to accomplish. And if this happened multiple times, you might even start questioning whether you have what it takes to make that change, overcome that challenge, create that outcome you want, and manifest what you truly desire in your life. I want to share with you the five biggest reasons why we sabotage ourselves and the five secrets to how to stop doing it and finally achieve what we want. I've been trapped in this pattern myself for many years, and I spent a lot of time learning what I needed to know to overcome it. And I'm going to share it with you here in this video so you don't have to go through it. I know what it's like to question yourself, doubt your ability to change what you want, lose confidence, and feel disempowered. And I also know what it's like to overcome yourself, your doubts and limitations, and create the seemingly impossible. And I know that you too accomplished something you once believed was impossible for you. The truth is that you know that you have the ability to make it happen. It's just a matter of unlearning a few things and learning a few new things to become truly unstoppable. Number one, the importance of knowing what we want and why. One of the biggest reasons we sabotage our progress and struggle to create what we want is because we're not clear enough on what we truly want and, even more importantly, why we want it. It's so much easier to know what we don't want, isn't it? It's because that's what we focus on most of the time. But focusing on what we don't want doesn't provide our brain and body with the clear instructions they need to create something different. Otherwise, it's like getting into a cab and telling the driver, I don't want to be here, and expecting the driver to take us to the right place. Without clear instructions, our brain and body will always default to what they know, which is the past that we don't want. Here is the secret to utilizing our full creative power. First, we need to get as clear as we can be about what we want and why it's important to us. And I'm not talking about the physical or material details. Our mind understands thoughts, but our body understands feelings, and they need to be aligned. Because when our conscious desires are not aligned with our deep beliefs, values, and feelings, it creates conflict within ourselves. The conscious mind wants to create something different and new, while the subconscious mind, which is also the body, wants to keep doing what's familiar, safe, and easy, even if it's not what we want. This lack of clarity and alignment is one of the main reasons we keep sabotaging ourselves and not making the progress we know we are capable of. But once our thoughts, feelings, and actions are aligned, we truly become unstoppable. And that's when real transformation starts to happen. Number two, the importance of self worth and self love. Another reason we sabotage ourselves is that deep down, we don't believe we are worthy of what we want. If we don't truly love ourselves and we're trying to change from a place of feeling unworthy or not good enough, we spend a lot of our creative energy on fighting our doubts and insecurities, and it's exhausting. We will also have to keep feeling bad about ourselves in order to keep making positive changes, because feeling bad about ourselves is what's driving our actions. But there is another way, a much better way. Here's the secret number two. We must learn to love ourselves to make the changes we desire, or rather, remember that loving ourselves is our natural state. When we're motivated by love rather than fear or desperation, manifestation becomes easy and the results are fulfilling. To start creating from love, we need to envision a greater future for ourselves, not just trying to avoid or prevent what we don't want. Because when we are motivated by fear, lack, or the desire to avoid something bad, as soon as we feel okay, we lose our motivation. But when we are motivated by love and driven by a vision of who we truly want to be, we can finally break free from this pattern of self sabotage because what's driving us from within is much greater than anything that can possibly stop us. Number three, the power of our identity. Another major way we sabotage ourselves is when our identity doesn't match the reality we want to create. Most people are not aware of this, but we have a very strong unconscious need to stay consistent with who we believe we are. For example, if deep down we believe that we don't deserve love, success, or happiness, we'll somehow sabotage any progress we make toward those things. In a way, our brain is like a thermostat, just like the one you probably have in your room that maintains the temperature you set that's comfortable for you. Except our inner thermostat keeps us at our normal setting for anything that we believe is possible for us based on our self image. If we don't change our concept of ourselves, the setting on the thermostat, no matter how hard we try, we will always find a way to bring ourselves back to what's currently comfortable and familiar, which is based on our past. That's why creating a new identity is crucial. We need to see ourselves as someone for whom what we want is natural. Here's the secret to creating this new identity. Start by forming a vision of who you want to be in your mind, a version of yourself that is aligned with your real, authentic self. If you're not sure where to begin, start paying attention to the qualities you admire in people who inspire you because they reflect your own potential that you want to actualize. When you become who you are inspired to become, you will naturally live the life that you are inspired to live. Reason number four, I need to feel safe. Now, there is something very important we need to understand. The primary goal of our brain, especially the more primitive parts called the reptilian brain and the limbic system, is our safety. That's why it tends to choose what is known because familiarity means safety to our brain. Anything unfamiliar is perceived as potential threat. When we try to make changes, our brain automatically resists because it's stepping into the unknown. So, no matter how much effort we put in, if our brain and nervous system don't feel safe with that new reality, they will keep pulling us back to what's familiar, even if it's not what we truly want. Making small incremental changes generally feels safer because it gives our brain time to adjust. Here's the secret number four. We can actually help the new reality feel safe by harnessing a very powerful ability that our brain has. But before I get to it, I hope you're finding this information helpful. And if you really want to master this and are ready to create something truly extraordinary in your life, very soon I will be sharing a completely free 5-part course right here on YouTube where I will go a lot more deeply into each one of these reasons why we sabotage ourselves and all my secrets on how to become unstoppable. If you want to be the first one to see it, I suggest you hit the subscribe button to be notified as soon as it becomes available, which again will be very soon. Number five, transforming our life through mental rehearsal. As I said, we need to make the new reality we want feel safe, and one of the most powerful ways we can do it is through something called mental rehearsal. It's a process of familiarizing our brain and body with the reality we want to create before it happens. It's not just about visualizing something out there in the future. It's about taking some time and immersing ourselves into the reality right here, right now, in the best way we can involving all our senses and feeling the emotions we would feel when we have what we want, and practicing it over and over again until it feels real and natural. Here's the secret: our brain doesn't know the difference between something that actually happened and something we vividly imagined and felt. When we mentally rehearse our desired reality with feelings, our brain begins to accept that future reality as something it already knows. And when something feels familiar to the brain, it feels safe. Once our brain feels safe and accepts this new reality as the truth, it not only stops resisting it, but actually starts making it happen. So, are you ready to stop sabotaging yourself and finally create what you want? Let's quickly recap what we've learned in this video. Number one, get clear on what you truly desire and why it's important to you, meaning how it will make you feel. Number two, believe that you're worthy and create the life you want because you love yourself and the people that you will impact when it happens. Number three, align your identity with the person you want to be and for whom the things you want are natural. Number four, help your brain and body feel safe as you change and create a different reality. Number five, use mental rehearsal to immerse yourself in and practice the new reality until it feels familiar and comfortable. Make sure to download the free PDF document I created with powerful questions to help you start getting clarity on what you want and why. The link is in the description. And don't forget to subscribe to be notified as soon as my free 5-part course becomes available. You have the power to break free from the cycle of self sabotage and finally make it happen. I'm super excited for you and can't wait to hear about and celebrate your amazing accomplishments with you.